Can you tell by my walk? Can you hear it in my talk? I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. Can't you see in my eyes? It should come as no surprise. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. The barely, barely cool. No, the barely cool. The barely, barely cool. Yeah, the barely cool. The barely, barely cool. No, the barely cool. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Barely Cool podcast. Shut the hell up. We're recording.
We're recording?
Yeah.
Where am I?
Since last week, Judah has become riddled with dementia.
The Alzheimer's has settled in.
Did my camera just fall, or is it still look good?
You look great.
Yeah. For a second, I thought it moved.
Maybe you have the dementia.
Just a touch.
Of the dementia.
Welcome back to the Barely Cool podcast. My name's Ben Routley. That's Judah Middle right there with that dumb face on him. Okay, introduce yourself.
Okay. How do I look? I want to introduce myself right.
Where are you going to introduce yourself? Do it. You got a blanket on, all weird. What are you doing on the blanket? That's what our viewers are wondering. Getting cozy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm getting
Looks like
cozy.
a cozy
My name's
blanket.
Judah Middle, and I'm cozy. I got tattooed yesterday, and my legs are so sore, and I'm wearing shorts, and I'm not wearing socks, and I don't want everyone to see my whittle feet.
That's because he has a Feet Finder subscription, and we're not going to give free content.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to go
pay money for
pay
these
money to see
tootsies.
his toesies.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay money, though.
No.
I get the insider
Scoop. Scoop.
Insider.
Extra. Read all about it. Judah's not wearing socks. Ben starts salivating. His eyes pop out of his head like the Tex Avery wolf. Yeah, his tongue falls. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Hitting the table.
I just love feet. What can I say?
Yeah.
Judah's feet, specifically.
But yeah, I got my legs all tattooed. You know what? I also got my arm tattooed a while ago. We talked about it. I never showed it off. Barely Cool tat. Check it out.
Whoa! Barely Cool tat.
Yep.
Remember, if you were around for the before we went video, if you just showed up for video,
season.
glad you're here, but you missed 4 years of content. Judah lost in the Sprite Chug Challenge so long ago. Actually, the Sprite Chug Challenge is on our YouTube. I forgot. We had that on video. So that's on our YouTube. It's actually got a lot of views. Like more views than most of it.
The BTS. The BTS.
Yeah, the BTS.
Yeah.
So go check it out in our BTS playlist. Sprite Chug Challenge, try not to burp or something, I think is the title.
Something, I don't know.
But Judah lost. And the stipulation in that challenge was that the winner would pick a tattoo for the other person. And I picked an egg cracking on Judah's arm. And then Barely Cool was originally going to be in the yoke, but it didn't work in practice.
Didn't fit.
So he just put a little egg on there. Why don't you get close to the camera and show them?
I'll
Just
show
don't show your feet, though.
I won't. I'll be very careful.
Everyone see it?
Can you see it?
It's an you can see it right there. It's an egg. It says Barely Cool. I did that because Judah likes eggs. I got him egg socks when he was in my wedding party. I don't know. When I think of Judah, I think of an egg.
I love eggs. They're
versatile, interesting,
great source of
good
protein.
tasting.
Omega-3s, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Omega one of the omegas.
There's an
Omega
omega.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
There has to be an omega. It's in the name. Omega. Egg. Omega.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. There has to be.
There has to. Surely there has to be. There
Maybe
can't
that's
not
where they
be.
got Omega from. Omega.
Yeah, someone's like, "What are you holding there?" He's like, egg." Just
That's so
egg. Omega, huh?
Omegas. That's what are in them.
How many?
Omega.
3.
Omega 3s.
He's like writing it down.
Which one's in fish? Omega 6.
Omega 3 is in salmon. I know that.
What's Omega 6?
I don't know.
What is an Omega?
I don't know.
Jeff, pull up an Omega.
Pull up an Omega.
Jeff,
Shirley, get me an Omega.
can you let's pull up an Omega? Wow, we don't have a producer.
Nope. And our phones are videoing us. So
That's your fault.
We can't even
Pay
look
us
it
money
up.
on Patreon so we can hire a damn producer.
Yeah, or even just keep a laptop nearby.
That would be nice.
We can't afford it.
When we're at my house, I usually have a laptop. I mean, you got your thing over there.
I have two
don't wanna get
laptops
up.
over there and an iPad, but I'm not grabbing
Jeez,
it.
you got cash, eh? Wow, we don't
And an
need
iMac.
What the hell, dude? Why do you
But-
so many things?
Well, I didn't pay for 2 of them.
You didn't pay for 2 of them?
3 of them.
What?
I only bought the iPad.
Where'd you get your other laptop? I know you have one for the church. I
Work-
get that. But
work
where'd you get the
compute.
other 2?
The
You didn't pay
MacBook
for.
Pro was a graduation gift from the old parents from high school into uni. I think I
Nice.
paid a little bit of it, but not all of it. I might even be wrong. Maybe I paid for all of it. I don't remember. I don't think I did,
He
though.
doesn't remember big purchases.
And
He's
then
got so much money.
the iMac is old. It's from 2009. And when I worked at Best Buy, my manager was like, hey, does anyone want a 2009 iMac? It still works, but you'll need to wipe it. My roommate is getting rid of it.
And you were just like, sure.
Yeah. And he
Wow.
was like,
And it still
otherwise
works.
it's just going to get recycled.
Yeah, might as well.
And I was
I
like,
would have done that
sure.
too.
And it was like a
It still
pain.
works fine?
Yeah, it was a hassle to wipe and because like it had a password on it, and so wiping it with a password was like pretty hard to do.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. Like surprisingly, it was actually not that hard. But
Right.
For a non-tech savvy guy,
You
like
got it
reading
done.
emails, and then I had to get a new operating system on it. I had to like use a USB as like a boot drive or something.
Oh.
I don't know. If I had to
And
do it
it's still-
again, it would take me like just as long.
Right.
Doing it
Remember?
once was not enough for me to feel like I know how it works. But I mean, I got it working eventually. It's a little finicky, but it works. Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, you can
Well-
run over there and pull up an Omega.
Pull up an Omega.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by them yet, but I just want to highlight them because I love them so much. And
Yerba
I wish they could.
mate.
We're drinking yerba mates by Guayaki. Gayaki. I probably said it wrong. Oh, we're never gonna get a sponsorship now. If you didn't have a yerba mate, go get one. Because you know what? Usually I don't like plugging brands when I'm not sponsored by them. But yerba mate is so close and dear to my heart that I'm going
You
to.
love getting plugged.
Go get them, dude. Come on, man. This is a family-friendly podcast.
Where is it? Boom.
We
I
know,
got
you
the-
know my holes haven't been
Ben
filled
got
in
me
quite
this.
some time. What I
Wait,
got
what'd
you?
say?
I got you that yerba.
You did. And he got me this, and well, he texted me.
I was at Nature's last night.
And he was like, "Hey, my train's coming in at 8:50," and I said, "Cool, coolio." I don't remember what I said, and then he said, "And I got
Actually, no, you
something."
said something way cooler than
Oh,
that.
last night?
You said dope chips with a side of cool sauce, which I was laying in bed when you sent me that, and I was like, I just showed it to Anissa, and she was just like, what the hell? I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah,
He just
last
keeps
night.
coming up. Like, you have an endless stream of just things
So-
you say. Sicaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
Cool dope chips with a side of cool sauce.
last night I was responding to you, and I
Yeah.
typed out cool sauce, and I went, "It's not enough." And so I was like, "What goes with sauce? What can I do?" And I was like, maybe fries, dope fries, and cool with a side. And I was like, no, that seems. I was like, chips and sauce seems weird.
Yeah.
So I tried dope chips and cool dip, but I was like, I don't like to have that sort of half rhymes.
Right.
So I just went with dope chips with a side of cool sauce.
It went pretty nice.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I had fun writing it.
Yeah.
It was fun typing it.
It was
out.
made me laugh.
Guys, if you're at home, like, I just feel like if you're typing, like, someone's like, "Hey, see you at the movies. I'll be there in 5," and you're just like K or like cool or like bet, like,
Yeah, come on, grow up.
you have these opportunities in your life to kind of sprinkle a little bit of joy, and you're choosing not to. And I'm wondering why. And I'm wondering what's going on in your soul. And I'm wondering,
Why are you such a miserable person?
when did the light leave? Is kind of what I'm asking. When did you stop looking at the world through the eyes of a child and seeing things for the wonder that they really behold underneath the surface? You know? When I was a kid, I once found
Wow.
a toonie. We were at a patio, and I once found a toonie. It was like through a crack in the patio where like a tree was coming, like built the patio around a tree. And so I could kind of get my little mitts in there. I found a toonie. I thought I was the richest man in the world. And now you could throw a toonie at my head, and I wouldn't have the patience to stop and pick it up.
No, that's pennies to him now because he's so rich.
Yeah, with all that Patreon money I'm
Yeah.
embezzling.
Yeah. So that's the end of the barely cool philosophical moment. Look at life through the eyes of a kid.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I was at Nature's.
Your own eyes. Don't get weird.
I was at Nature's last night, and I was grabbing a yerba.
Nature's
Emporium.
I love when a place is an emporium.
It is fun.
Remember
Emporium is fun.
Big Al's Fish Emporium?
Oh.
I mean, frick off. It's so good.
How can I forget about Big Al's
Fish Emporium.
Emporium.
I love an emporium. We don't have enough emporiums. That's one of the problems.
I like
world.
emporiums. I like you know down on Davis, Chester's Chicken Farm.
Yes.
Can you imagine if it was Chester's Chicken Emporium?
I
How
might start
cool
eating
that
meat
would
again.
be. That would be enough. that would be crazy. Anyways, yeah, I was at Nature's Emporium, and I was grabbing a yerba mate for myself because I was like, oh, it's gonna be an early morning tomorrow because I got to get up and come into town so I can record before I go to work. Because I don't make enough money from this podcast to quit my job. Talking to you, viewers,
listeners,
patreon.com/reallycoolcast. And I was sitting there and I looked at the mint ones. I grabbed a Revel Berry for myself because it's my favorite. And I go, you know who likes mint ones? Judah.
I do.
And I said, when I see him in the morning, let me bring him one. And I
Ben
did.
is. I need you guys at home to think about this for a second. Okay. Ben's got to go to work after this. He's putting in the work right now, recording. And he's got to go to work after this. And you're not going to give him just a couple bucks on Patreon?
A month.
Come on.
Come on.
We work so hard.
We try so hard to entertain you guys.
Ben was editing last week's podcast.
Oh, last
going
week's podcast.
crazy.
Not even up yet, as of right now.
As of right now, YouTube's
It's late.
been pooping the
Come on,
bed.
YouTube. It's
YouTube.
last week's podcast was.
You know what YouTube did?
End of me.
You know what
My
they did to
kryptonite.
us? We have a waterbed here, and they popped open the intake valve, and they pooped right in it and shook it around and didn't tell us. And 3 months later, we're going to bed, and we're going, did you fart?
It smells like poop.
It's our waterbed. Thanks to YouTube. I don't know, dude. I just... The yerba's in me.
I'm like, my brain shut off there. I was like, it wasn't even weird. I was like, you know what? That's
Yeah.
just something Judah says.
Yeah.
Made me think about, I live in Innisfil, for those of you who don't know. 2130. I live in Innisfil, and
6489
Lebanon
Wilfred
Drive.
Crescent.
And Innisfil's really nice. Like, I would buy in Innisfil. Like, I'd buy a house in Innisfil if I could afford a home.
I was
there.
going to say, yeah.
Like down the road, I'll buy
Yeah.
a house in Innisfil if I I don't know, worked at Newmarket or something still, or Barrie. But the one issue with Innisfil, holy moly, does it smell like poop sometimes, bro?
Farms?
Because there's farms
Yeah.
everywhere, and the wind, like we're surrounded by farms.
Yeah.
Like Innisfil's like pretty, like, what's the word? Urban now. Like it's like developed, I should say.
Yeah.
In that there's a lot of houses and stores and stuff. But around the developed Innisfil is just endless farmland. So when they put poop down and the wind shifts into Innisfil, bro, I walked out this morning to pack my car with stuff. I almost like gagged. That's how bad it smelled.
I grew up in Bradford, so I'm
aware. I guess you're right in the belt as well.
Yeah.
The poop belt.
Yeah, get that manure smell coming in. And I
No,
don't know
but
if
the
you
snow
know
belt,
this.
this is the poop belt.
You know my okay, I'm not going to name
Tornado belt? Belts? Storm.
Everything's a belt and an emporium.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Uh
I almost died this morning though. Smelling that
because of the poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like so strong.
Did you, okay, so get this. So we have a lot of farms around Bradford. You know, like going to my parents' house?
Yeah.
You're coming into Bradford, you make that one turn.
Yeah.
There's a couple buildings there that are like food stuff, but
Yeah.
then there's a waste processing plant tucked back there as well.
For real?
Yeah. And I didn't
So
know.
Just
And I
smell
don't
like
think
yucky poop.
I don't know if
waste
the smell
sometimes?
comes from there or if it is just the manure because
You can tell the smell of manure versus like waste.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah.
a waste, but still,
Manure has like a clear.
you
poop
have
smell.
the capability to potentially. But let me tell you something. Let me flip and tell you something. Okay?
Tell me.
Poop smell happens spring, maybe early summer when they're laying
Usually
manure,
right around May.
depending
That's
on
when you
what
get
they're
that poop
growing,
smell.
because they're
When they
laying out
start
their
blowing that.
fertilizer and such. And around summer though, maybe July,
Mhm.
end of July, you get this incredible smell specifically around that area of
Okay.
onions.
Ooh, that's
But like
nice.
not like onion gross smell, like
Like
fresh
good onions.
cooking onions almost.
I love a cooking onion
and
smell.
because I guess there's a farm nearby that does onions, but one of those processing areas is the one that deals with the onions.
Nice.
And so
isn't Bradford all about carrots though?
yes. So, but that
But you
street
guys do some
specifically,
onions.
I used to walk to the GO train station.
Innisfil's onion, man. That's our thing.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. I don't keep cutting you off.
I won't.
We have Onion Fest. You guys have Carrot Fest. Allison
I'm
has
just
Potato
saying,
Fest.
We got a lot of onions.
We got Onion Fest.
When
Why
I'm
the hell are you
walking-
stealing our onions?
I used to walk that. Maybe they're your onions, and we're just processing.
Maybe. Classic. Capitalism, not processing in the
Yeah,
same
just
place.
process
they're
your own
grown.
onions.
Grow it in China.
I'd be walking to the GO train station, and
Yep.
littered across, like by the sidewalk, would be onions that have fallen and carrots.
That's crazy.
And I never did it, but I thought like, I pocket these bad boys. I just got to come across a celery. I'm on my way to soup.
I mean, like, I don't. If they fell out of the truck, like, go grab them.
Yeah.
Like, especially an onion.
They'd
Like,
be fine.
you're not using like the outside.
You take the
multiple,
layers out.
Multiple layers of that onion that have
Yeah.
hit the ground. You're not even using.
Wait,
them.
say that again.
Multiple layers of that onion that have hit the
Why are
ground.
you saying onion like that? You're saying onion.
Onion?
Say it again.
Onion.
Where's the G? You're saying onion.
What do you say it like?
Onion.
That's I just said it like
No.
that. It's onion. How do you say it?
You're kidding. You're lying.
No. How do you say it?
Like undone, or like anything,
Onion.
unintelligent.
Onion.
You're adding a G. You're not saying
Oh, it's
unintelligent.
my accent.
Of what? Stupid? Are you joking with me?
Onion?
Onion.
Onion. Okay.
There's still there was a twang of it in there.
onion. Listen.
I just noticed it.
Why
When
do you
said
always make fun of the way I
peeling
pronounce
the layers
things?
off that onion?
It's my accent.
Onion.
You could pick up those onions.
better.
And
you just peel the layers
and take
off.
them at home.
Yeah.
And I would probably do it with the carrots too. Just watch the carrots.
Just watch
You're
it.
peeling a carrot.
I
too.
never did it, but I thought about it. The problem is a lot of the times I would be on my way to the bus
True.
to go to work.
You're not gonna
Um,
carry carrots and onions with you to. Now you're making me self-conscious about how I say onion. The G is like a Y sound. It's like the I-O.
What do you mean?
Like the thing you're doing the G is just me like transitioning to the N to the I-O sound. Onion.
No, you're not though, because you're hitting. Well, I guess, but I don't know that the transition.
Like
is
I
needed.
understand what you're hearing. You're hearing O-N-G-I-O-N.
I'm
but-
hearing UNGION.
Oh, okay.
Onion.
The G sound is just my accent transitioning.
Right.
Onion.
From
Onion.
Newmarket to Innisfil.
Yeah.
You're going into your Innisfil accent.
Yeah, exactly. My
Yeah.
Innisfillian accent.
Is that what you are, Innisfillians? What are you called?
I don't know. People from Innisfil? Like, we don't have... What are you, Bradforians?
Yeah.
No, you're lying.
Yeah.
No one says that.
Bradfordians, technically.
You're lying.
think.
No one says that. Just you say that.
No, I think that's what it is.
You
Like,
and,
if
like,
the
3 other
mayor is
guys.
ever doing a speech, he might say that. We're not Bradfordites.
I don't think we have any... Like, I don't think we're Innisfillians or Innisfites or Innisfillites. Innisfillites.
Like
was-
Torontonian.
Yeah, I've
We
heard
know what
that
that
before,
is.
but I've never heard, like, Newmarket.
Wait, what was the Bradford one? I already forgot it.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. Bradfordians?
I think that's what it is. I don't remember.
It's not anything. No one says
Shirley, pull one of those
that.
up.
If you took a poll of Bradfordians and said, "What do you call yourself?" most of them would not say Bradfordians.
They'd be like Jeff or
"Yeah,
Greg, whatever their name is.
my name's Charlie."
Yeah, you'd have to,
Get the hell outta
kinda
here.
qualify the question a little bit better.
That's fair. You're right.
Um,
What was I saying? But yeah, we got onions though.
yeah, I know you do.
That's our thing.
Do you do Onion Fest?
Yeah, we have an onion fest.
Have you been?
No, because I just moved to Innisfil and Onion Fest was actually Onion Fest is coming up. It's in June.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you probably just
so-
missed Onion Fest.
So I would have
last year.
just missed Onion Fest last year when I got there. Well, I would have been. We probably were there when it was
Right,
happening.
but you're
But we were
moving.
moving, and we had just gotten back from our honeymoon, I think, when it was
Right.
happening. So we didn't go to Onion Fest.
No,
But
you got
this
other,
year-
you got other stuff to do.
This year, I'm going to Onion Fest. You better believe I'm going to Onion Fest.
Carrot
this
Fest
year.
is good, dude.
You know what? Potato Fest in
I've heard
Alliston
Potato Fest is nuts,
is
though.
great.
Yeah.
Potato Fest is fantastic. I don't know. Alliston is kind of like an off the map kind of hick town.
Yeah.
But boy, do they have some rich families because of potatoes. Like,
How? Like, what are we talking? Describe Potato Fest to me. I've never been. Describe.
so it's like they basically shut the entire main street
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like Newmarket's Main Street.
Yeah.
Imagine like the Circle K, all the way to Fairy Lake.
Yep.
All of that shut down.
Nice.
That's pretty much how
That's
big it
pretty
is.
cool.
And then they've just got like you know, people selling stuff, and then like performers and
Yep.
stuff all
Like bands
along
and
that
stuff.
street, like, you know, live music, all this stuff. And then like over in another section of town, they have a Midway, so it's like rides.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
picturing it.
yeah, and then they have like obviously like a whole section of the street is like potato related foods and
Yep.
stuff.
Do you have?
then there's,
is
like-
there a potato mascot?
Yes.
What's his name?
I don't know,
Spud or
Mr.
something?
Potato or Spud Ski or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't live in Alliston. I
Right.
just used to go there for Potato Fest.
So you got to come to a Carrot Fest.
I'll come to a Carrot
I'll
Fest.
come to an Onion Fest.
You should come to Onion
That
Fest.
sounds good. We'll go
I'll come
together.
to Carrot Fest.
We'll go
There's
the four
a
of us.
sign on the way into Innisfil that says what day it is, but I
Yeah.
can't remember. I
They
think
do
it's
the
June
same thing
23rd to
in-
24th
yeah.
or something like that.
So Carrot Fest. Let me describe Carrot Fest to you because it's very similar to Potato Fest.
Okay.
But because of the way Bradford's set up, they do a cross that they cut off because the four corners.
Right.
They that's the center, and then
Right.
up that one there's Holland Street and then Berry Street. They cut
Right.
both to a certain point.
Right.
So they cut the big X. The main one going into Bradford is a longer chunk cut off. Like
Right.
I think they technically close all the way like to that first set of lights.
Right.
And then some years in the middle of it, in the very middle of the corner, like the epicenter
Yeah.
of the X, they've set up a wrestling ring.
That's so cool.
And then they do like they'll have like a wrestling
so
show.
fun.
One
They-
end of this, one end of the X, they'll set up a stage. There's always food.
That's
And
crazy.
then Gwilly's walking around. Gwilly's our mascot.
Willie's your mascot.
Gwilly the
yeah,
carrot.
I can't remember. I got to go to Onion Fest and find out who our mascot is.
Yeah.
Because I went to Alliston on Potato Fest because my cousins lived there.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the name of the mascot because I didn't really have any
Right.
ownership of it.
Yeah, you don't have
'cause I
any
was like, I don't
emotional
live there.
connection to them.
I just went there and like something about that town. Those town people
They love it.
They're just looking for
Like
something
you're
to do.
because I get it. You don't have any emotional connection to whatever Spud or whatever.
Yeah.
But Gwilly in Bradford, I mean, he's our god.
Yeah. we worship it. We
We'll-
have shrines.
Oh well, I forgot to. Yeah, we'll like sacrifice someone to
Oh.
Gwilly every year at Carrot Fest.
That's what makes Carrot Fest the best.
Yeah. Well, because otherwise, if we don't, no rain next year.
Amen. No carrots.
Gwilly will be so pissed. Then we also some moms
Last time we didn't sacrifice a kid.
like some
Oh,
old people in
the
the
harvest was
town
awful.
will like make little carrots
Nice.
like that they'll sew, and so it's literally just like a little plush orange triangle with like a little bit of green and then two googly eyes, and they'll just give them out to
Nice.
kids and really anyone.
I think anyone who comes and wants a carrot. I think
And they give out free carrots too to just take a munch on. You can't do that at Potato Fest.
See, but part of the reason though that Potato Fest to me is superior is because potato foods
Yeah.
are so much tastier
Yeah.
than carrot foods.
Well, so
like
that's
you
the
can make
thing.
some good carrot stuff, but like potatoes are so versatile.
The thing
like
with
I said, they're
Carrot
the
Fest,
eggs of dinner.
It's not really about the carrots anymore. Like, there's people going around wearing orange, and people are handing out the little plush Gwillies. And let me expand something, by the way. Gwilly is not in relation to carrot. It's related to Bradford West Gwillimbury.
Yeah, that's lame.
So
Don't call it a Carrot Fest then. Call it
No, but it is-
Bradford West Gwillimbury Fest.
no,
then.
but I mean his name comes from that. And there's people handing out just full carrots, and you munch on them, baby carrots, whatever. People
Right.
throw baby carrots
carrots are
around.
tasty.
The problem is exactly what you said. Is there's no one like street vending like
Yeah.
boiled carrots,
Fried potato,
Yeah.
or fried something, you know?
Yeah, deep fried
yeah,
carrots.
like we got stuff. There's so much.
Yeah.
It's like potatoes, like
Hold
split
up.
on a stick, flipping fries.
Hold up a second. You said we.
Oh, you're right. I use the sacred we for Allison. Well, that's the only ever fest I've really ever been to, so I guess I give it the we.
Okay.
That's why.
But
I guess
onions,
the we.
dude. Onions got some good ones, dude. They must do a sick blooming onion,
I'm excited for Onion
like
Fest.
a deep fried blooming onion.
I think that it's gonna be good. I think
Good.
it'll steal the we away from Potato Fest. But there's dude, potatoes, man,
What do you
in
mean?
Allison.
Steal the we away.
The we that I just used for Potato Fest.
Oh,
sacred we.
I was like, is that a phrase?
no.
Like, it takes away the cool. Steal,
no.
Dude, like that beats it.
Steal the we away
when
from
you see like a
Allison.
sequel that was better than the first one, you're like, yeah, that really stole the Wii away from the first one.
No, that's not what I meant.
That would be cool.
It would. So I think I'm gonna go, and then I'll have ownership over that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think what I think it is.
You got to
though,
get real into
That
it.
makes Potato Fest really cool. Is that there's just nothing to do in Alliston. at all.
Yeah, I grew up in Bradford.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the same thing.
So when there's a fest, everyone just goes buck wild on that fest. Whereas where I'm from, Newmarket, there's a lot to do in Newmarket and surrounding areas. So it's like you just kind of like when we don't have a fest. We're also not a farmland, but we don't go crazy for like
you got
some
a couple
random
fests.
stuff.
Like the fair will come because
that
Fest we
fair
have
will
like
come
a
in-
we'll have like
in
a
Upper
midway
Canada.
at Carrot Fest as well.
Yeah. Is it a good midway though, or is it just one of those like?
It's
lame midways?
exactly what you would expect.
Yeah.
for-
The midway from Potato Fest was like actually sick. Like they had some big rides and
Oh,
stuff.
that's cool.
Yeah.
No, we have like we got the couple, like we got the spinulator or whatever the frick,
Yeah.
and then but
I liked it.
yeah, it's cheesy and fun.
Yep.
Um,
I would go.
and then I think some years. I think they would do like Carrot Fest in July, and then like end of August, getting into September, they would do Rib Fest. And
Ooh,
Rib Fest is
I
like
like
a
a Rib-
traveling.
I like
thing.
Rib Fest.
Yeah,
We went to Rib Fest
in Newmarket.
in Innisfil.
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 It's everywhere. It just
They-
kind of travels around.
Yeah,
right?
Innisfil. They had Innisfil Rib Fest. It was at like the race car track.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
That's a good place to have
Good.
a Rib Fest.
the ribs were tasty, and we could watch the car. Car racing is so boring to me though. And maybe it's like better when you get to professional level, but amateur car racing, man, they just they push each other to see who gets first on their
Right.
thing. And whoever comes out of the gate first always wins. Because no one can overtake him
Right.
because he just cuts people off in the turns.
Right.
And the track is so small.
Right. There's no
That there's
wiggle
no
room.
time. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like the straightaways are so short. There's no time to rip by them.
Right.
So I watched multiple races, and it would always be whatever order they
Right.
came out in would be the final order. And
Oh,
I'm like,
that
I'm sure it's
sucks.
different on a bigger track, but I was like, this is boring as hell,
Yeah.
dude. We're just watching them go in circles. And I'm like, I want to see some people getting
nothing's
overtaken.
changing.
I don't know, man. We should have speed racer level racing. How cool would that be? I'd watch that.
Speed Racer is an underrated movie.
It is. It's a good movie.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's such a fun movie, and they did a lot. And we don't have movies that look like that anymore. And it wasn't the most clever film,
No.
but it was very fun.
I think it was good. I liked
I
it.
had a blast with it.
I liked it. I would watch it again.
I would watch it again.
I would. We should watch it for the podcast.
We should.
Speed Racer. But yeah, so but Rib Fest is good. Ribs are way too expensive, obviously. That's what you'd expect. They're good, they're tasty. But
I mean,
it's so crowded though.
yeah,
There's so many people.
crazy lines for overpriced
Can't
ribs.
find a seat.
You know me. I'm not getting a lot out of Rib Fest.
No.
I don't
You're
eat
not
meat,
eating ribs.
so
Pulled pork.
I'll get like a bloomin' onion, or
Yeah.
I'll get they'll have the odd spot that does still a deep fried pickle or
Yeah.
a deep fried Mars bar or
Yeah.
something. That's fun. That's great.
Onion
but-
Fest is for you then.
I'm into the idea.
Come to
Of
Onion
it.
Fest. I'll come to when's Carrot Fest, you know?
I think it's August.
August.
I think they bumped it to August. It might be
Okay.
July.
I
Though.
think we're June. So you come to
Coming up.
mine, I'll come to yours.
we'll swapsies,
Yeah.
and then we'll go to Potato Fest.
Okay. Yeah, but they got Potato Fest, man. They got some because of potatoes in that town. They got some just disgustingly rich families.
Yeah.
Because they sell all their potatoes to Lay's.
True.
So they
well,
they
that's.
always sell all of their.
I mean,
potatoes.
out of the three of them, the scaling of versatility and sales. I mean, nothing's beating a potato,
well, yeah,
and then immediately below that is an onion.
yeah,
Carrots are pretty niche.
yeah, and because they have contracts with Lay's, it's not like an issue of we got to make sure that this year we get potatoes out to the grocery stores and stuff. It's there's no scenario where they don't sell all of their potatoes because Lay's is coming in and being we need all of these.
Can't tell
It's
you
the same person who grows potatoes for McDonald's.
Can't tell you something.
What?
The one thing that Carrot Fest has,
What does it have?
there's always a couple people, a few institutions
Yeah.
that make just the world's flipping best carrot cake you've ever had in your entire
Dude,
life.
carrot cake is crazy
and
good.
it's so good.
The thing though is carrot cake, if it has raisins in it, keep it as far
Yeah,
away
I'm
from
not
me as
into that.
possible. I don't like when they put raisins in it, and I don't like when they go crazy on the cream cheese icing.
Fair.
I'm not a big
That's
cream
fair.
cheese ice cream guy. Icing guy.
I agree with the raisin thing because stay in your lane. It's a
Yeah.
carrot cake, not a
Yeah,
raisin
stop putting
cake.
raisins in it. Nothing worse than like I bite into a carrot cake and I'm like, oh, this is so good, and then I bite down on a raisin.
What about like a little bit of a walnut?
I'm okay with that. You can toss a nut in there,
Pardon
no
me.
problem. But I hate raisins
Yeah, I'm
in
not into
every
a raisin in
scenario.
that.
Like
Every scenario?
I hate raisins. Like if I bite into like an oatmeal raisin cookie and I think it's chocolate chips and then I bite down on a raisin.
That's an expectation thing. Like if someone
Even if it was an oatmeal raisin, raisins are not tasty.
fair. I like
I'll eat a grape.
Tim's, I don't think maybe they do, but they used to have like
Raisin bran muffin.
No, it was like
That seems like something that you would eat.
No,
You
it was
eat
like a-
really old people foods.
No, like
like mini Wix or whatever you eat. What's your cereal?
what? Which one?
What cereal do you eat?
I eat a lot.
Like your old person one though.
I eat a lot.
No, but we talked about this though on the podcast.
Mini wheats?
No, it wasn't mini wheats. We did it on the podcast.
I did say
you
I
ranked like Shreddies and stuff like that really high.
No, I'm not a Shreddies guy.
Which one was the one though?
I don't. Life is good.
No, there's another one.
Was it-
We gotta go back and look at that.
Yeah.
that thing because
I don't hate.
remember calling
Raisin
you
Bran.
old. Like,
I don't
that-
hate.
That's
Raisin
what
Bran.
it was. It
But I
was
don't-
Raisin Bran.
I don't eat Raisin Bran.
Raisin
all the time. I
Bran-
just don't hate it.
Raisin Bran's an old person cereal.
Tim Hortons used to have. It was a spiced oatmeal raisin cookie, and it was pretty good.
Eh. I just don't like raisins.
That's fair.
They
What
ruined
about
the
like
situation
you
for
never
me.
cracked into a box of Sun-Maid?
But when I was like a kid, and I think that's part of the reason that I hate raisins now,
That's
because
fair.
the thought of a kid eating a box of Sun-Maid makes me want to punt him across a football field.
Well, yeah,
I
because
don't know. It's just yucky.
well, I mean,
They're like boogers. That's
They're-
what they remind me of. They're like boogers. Like when you see a kid pick his nose and eat it, it looks
yeah.
remarkably
I was just
like
about
a
to say
raisin.
the whole process of a little box of red Sun-Maid raisins is like you crack it open and you get it's not
Yeah.
big enough for kids.
Yeah,
so
they're
they
like
get
getting their little pits, their mitts in there, and they're
their
like
fingers
eating
are all
these raisins.
sticky.
Ah, I
and then
hate
the
it.
raisins get stuck to the bottom, and they kind of like got to scoop them out.
I don't want to.
You know what's weird
I don't
though?
wanna talk
is
about
even
it.
while we're talking about that, I could go for a box of Sun-Maid.
Shut the
if
hell
you just
up.
tossed me and I caught
There's
a-
certain things
I'd
that
have fun.
I like on it, but there's certain things I associate with like gross
Okay,
kids.
tell me about
It's like-
a craisin. You ever frick with a craisin?
No, I don't frick with craisins.
Why'd you say it
I don't know.
like you were just overcome with hatred for me in that moment?
I don't frick with craisins.
No,
Shut up.
I don't frick with craisins.
Something about like if I walk into like a kindergarten class.
Well, kindergartners aren't
which I
eating
do on a
craisins.
regular basis. If I walk into a kindergarten class and it smells like strawberries,
Yeah.
I will start throwing punches.
What are you talking about? Do they smell like strawberries a lot? What do you mean?
Yeah, you know when
How
like,
often are you going into a kindergarten class that smells? First off,
you know when kids just smell like strawberries?
well, yeah, it's all that.
And their hands are sticky.
What's that?
And they try to touch you on your face
What's that? What's
with
the
their
flippin-
sticky hands.
What? L'Oreal Kids? No tears? No tears? No knots, no tears?
Yeah, is it strawberry flavored or
A
something?
lot of them.
nonsense?
I used to use.
I don't know why. It
strawberry
always
one.
smells like flipping strawberries
Yeah,
in
that's
kindergarten
fair.
class, and it makes me just want to
It's
start
sickly.
kicking people.
It's sickly smelling.
Yeah,
Like it's sickly sweet.
and it's even worse when you got like all these kids walking up to you going, "Oh, let
Yeah,
me
but what does that have to do with
touch
craisins?
your face." Well, raisins give me a similar feeling.
I'm not talking about raisins. I'm talking about craisins.
I don't give a rip about
Have
craisins.
you ever had a craisin?
I don't know what a flipping craisin is.
Oh.
It's a cranberry raisin.
It's
right?
yeah. It's
Is it like a cross? I thought that was just in like juice. Is there actual craisins?
Oh yeah, and they're bomb.
Those exist?
Yeah, they're so.
Like it's just like a. Is it a cranberry dried up? Yeah. Oh,
and
so
they're delicious.
I thought it was like a cross between a raisin and
No,
a craisin.
so
I mean
they'll-
a cranberry.
I think they'll dry them up and then they might like toss them in like a simple syrup because otherwise they'd be like way too tart.
Gross.
So you can buy a big bag. I've seen them at Costco of like the what's the flip is the cranberry brand. They sell cranberry juice, but like it's only them. It's like a wave. Crystal Splash or-
Ocean Splash or something,
yeah,
like,
something
that.
like that.
Ocean something.
Yeah, they sell
They cranberries had a child with like every single other fruit
yeah.
and with their juices.
Yeah.
It's like cran raisin.
Yeah.
Cran
Cran-ras.
lemon. Yeah.
Ras
Cran
cran?
raspberry. Cran lemonade. Cran lime. It's like what the hell?
Yeah. But dude, they sell a big old bag of craisins and I will go ham on craisins.
Gross.
Because they don't taste like raisins. It's not like raisins I associate with being warm in the summer and not in a good way. Like
I
the
know
taste
what you
of a
mean
raisin
exactly.
reminds me of being sweaty.
Yeah,
you know what I
what
mean?
you mean. I
Why
know
is why do they
exactly
do
what you
that?
mean.
Why does
I
it taste
know.
like that?
I don't know why.
But a craisin doesn't have that,
Nah.
and it's like a little like it's because of the bitterness of it. It almost tastes like a nature's sour candy.
Yeah,
Like you go in and
nah.
like, oh, that's good. But a raisin tastes like sweaty.
What it comes down to for me again, and this is again, I always arrive back on this when it comes to me not liking foods. Oh, but it tastes okay. Not about taste. Sensory texture issue.
Really?
We have here the texture of a raisin. Gross.
No.
So when I think about what?
So again, a raisin, even as a dried it's a grape.
It's a dried up grape.
A raisin. Okay, first off, raisins are gross in multiple ways. First off, why are they brown?
Yeah.
It's gross. It looks
Yeah.
like something that's gone bad.
Yeah.
And a raisin, when you hold it, it still has like some give and
Yeah.
like goopy
Yeah.
in it, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
A craisin does not.
Yeah, but is it still shriveled up though?
It looks less like shriveled up, and it's more like they smashed a cranberry and then candied it. It doesn't give a
But
shriveled
when you bite
vibe.
down on it, is it like squishy?
Not really. It's closer to a fruit leather.
No, see, yeah, now you've lost me.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
It's not. It's not.
Fruit leather.
It's not really squishy. It's got like a. It's like got like a.
I can.
It's like a less hard jelly bean.
Yeah, no, I can feel it in my mind. I don't eat jelly beans for the same reason. The taste of a
Interesting.
jelly bean can be fine, but the texture is too much for me.
I don't like the big jelly beans, but I love a jelly belly.
Yeah, I like texture. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I know.
Maybe
what
it's
it is.
autism.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But for some reason, texture is so important to me when it comes to food. Like if something is something could taste amazing, but if the texture's off, makes me I'll throw up. That's why I don't eat yogurt. The texture of yogurt in my mouth makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, but also you don't like the smell either.
Of like fruit yogurts,
Yeah.
but like there was like yogurt tubes. My yogurt tubes growing up, like
Yeah.
a grape yogurt tube. I like the taste of that. But if I put too much of that yogurt in my mouth, I would almost throw up because the texture of the yogurt in my mouth made me Ralph.
What is that? Not like a smoothie though? Is that not the same?
No, there's a difference.
I guess it's different.
There's a
It's-
difference.
It's
It's not
yogurt
has
has a unique.
It's the different
texture.
type of thickness.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and a
Like-
viscosity to it.
Yeah. There's something. Even smoothies, man. Like sometimes I can't handle a smoothie.
What about a Greek yogurt? Because that's kind of thicker.
No,
Really,
I can't do yogurt anymore.
Interesting.
I don't eat yogurt at all.
I don't.
Anymore.
I love it
Because it doesn't matter. It's not worth it for me. Like, first of all, like, what the hell? It's like dairy. Why do I need more dairy? So I just don't eat yogurt ever anymore.
We have a Greek yogurt that we'll throw into a smoothie, or because it's a plain Greek yogurt, you can sub it out instead of sour cream.
Smoothies aren't worth it for me anymore.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Sometimes I can't handle a smoothie, the thickness of it, sensory wise.
Yeah, but like how thick? Like too thick or not thick enough? Like
Both
where's the line?
are problems.
So there's a sweet spot.
Yeah, there is a sweet spot,
So you just got to get better at making smoothies.
or just not make them anymore
I guess
and just eat fruit.
you could do that. To me, it's very convenient. I will hit, dude, out flipping normally like once a day, I'll be hitting bunch of frozen bloobs, big ol' handful of spinach. Don't laugh. Big ol' handful of
will.
spinach, bunch of OJ, Mr. Simpson, as they say, and then a little of vegan protein powder.
Yeah.
Plus greens. It's protein powder plus greens.
Wow. Cool.
Or whatever the frick is in there. And it makes me feel healthy.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just
What about a milkshake?
no. Keep
Really?
that nonsense away from me.
You don't
I don't
do-
like the only thing milk related that I can handle is either milk or ice cream. Beyond that, anything that is like a milk byproduct, except maybe, I don't know, is butter milk?
Yeah.
That butter is different, but like butter is only different because it's like a top, like it melts
Yeah.
onto something. Like if I ate straight butter, that's a problem for
Well, yeah,
anybody.
for anybody.
But it's like, so that's the reason butter's okay. But like for like edible milk things besides ice cream, get the hell. And I think the only reason ice cream is good is because it's cold.
Milkshake is cold and ice cream.
No, it's not ice cream though.
It
It's like-
is.
It's like melted ice cream. It's no, dude. Like, you don't understand, man. When I go to the grocery store and buy a box of ice cream, I have to put it in the freezer and leave it in the freezer till it gets hard. Otherwise, I will throw up. When I eat that ice cream.
Okay. Soft serve ice cream.
Gross. I
What?
hate it.
Like you'll never get a
It's too
McFlurry or a
soft.
Blizzard.
McFlurries are not.
That's soft serve.
That's barely soft serve. It's hard enough, and they pair it with chunky things in it.
That's what a milkshake is.
No, it's not. It's different. It's different.
A
okay?
Blizzard is just a slightly thicker milkshake.
No, it's not. Blizzard.
soft serve ice
you don't
cream with
understand, man.
chunks.
You don't understand.
I don't. That's what I'm flipping freaking out
The
about.
ice cream in like a Blizzard feels thick enough, whereas like when you lick like a soft serve ice cream cone, it just like evaporates into your mouth, and I hate it.
Well, it does, yeah. When because you don't lick a soft serve, you have to like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why I hate it. Whereas
Yeah.
a Blizzard, when you eat it with a spoon, there's something different. Plus, if you pair it with like chunks of like I don't know Reese's or Oreo
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
it offsets it. But like milkshakes are like a drinkable ice cream
Yeah.
through a straw,
So
and that's
good.
where they lose me.
So good.
You don't understand, man. Like I know that you think that they're
Frosty,
the same thing,
Frosty.
but like in my mind, they are
What's a Frosty to you?
not a fan.
That's fair.
I'll eat a Frosty,
'Cause
but
it's-
again,
a
Frosty
Frosty-
is closer to a Blizzard than a milkshake.
It's
You eat it with a spoon.
yeah, it's on the Equinox because they'll
Yeah.
give you a straw as well.
If I had to eat a Frosty, I could, but like I'm not reaching for a Frosty.
Equinox of milkshake and
Yes,
Blizzard.
exactly. But I'm not reaching for a Frosty.
No.
So a Blizzard, I'm all for because
Blizzards are
Blizzard's just
good.
like ice cream.
Yeah.
like it's a thicker ice cream. But like when I make an ice cream cone from like at my home,
Yeah.
I have to wait for it to harden up.
I'm trying to find
Like ice cream fresh
I'm
out
trying
of
to
a
find the line.
freezer is awful. So
Drumstick.
yeah, but I people might think I'm crazy. I know I have a lot of weird
You
takes.
good
on
with a
this podcast,
drumstick?
but
Is that ice
milkshake,
cream gonna be hard enough?
that's fine. yeah.
Okay.
A milk again paired with the it's hard enough, yeah. Especially if it's been in the freezer for a bit. A milkshake and a Blizzard are so far apart in my mind.
That's so wild. Is it?
It's
It's the
just-
utensil. It's
There is a
tricking you.
line, and milkshakes on one side, Blizzards on the other. I think the utensil probably comes into if you could suck a Blizzard through a straw, I think you'd lose me.
Right. What about if a milkshake was just thick enough that a spoon would be better? Would
That's like a Frosty.
It's basically
Yeah.
Like,
So
like if someone was like
again, sometimes depends how it feels going into my mouth.
I once there was a coffee shop on Main Street.
Yep.
And they would do milkshakes too. Like
Yeah.
they had a bunch of stuff. I don't even remember what it was called. No, I do now. It just popped in. Books Cafe and things.
Mm.
It doesn't exist anymore. But they would also get like baked goods.
Mm.
And one of the things you could do was you could get. You're looking
I don't
at me
think I'm
with
gonna like
fear
this. I
already.
have a
You might
feeling.
not. You probably won't. It's a milkshake, but I got a vanilla milkshake, and you could pick a piece of pie and blend it in.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good, dude. I got a piece of blueberry pie.
Ew.
So then, as you're drinking it, you get the bits of like
You're gonna make me throw up. You're actually gonna make me throw up all over your precious little table here.
my precious little table. Like I love
Ew,
this
I'm
table.
so grossed out. That's
So
disgusting.
it tastes like a blueberry milkshake, but then there's also you get the delicious like
chunks.
not chunks,
Only
but you get little bits of the graham crust.
listen, man. I recognize
It's good.
that like logically from a logical
I just need
perspective.
you to know that you're the weird one.
Yes, I agree. I know, and I was just about to say. Let me say, from a logical perspective, from an outside perspective, there doesn't seem to be any consistency in my, in the things I'm okay with
It's
and the things I'm
chaos
not
in
okay
there.
with. Like for example, go to Tim Hortons. Hey Ben, you want a frozen lemonade? Heck yeah. Hey Ben, you want an ice cap? Probably not. I don't know if even though they're relatively the same consistency.
That's a consistency thing for you?
It's the texture of it going into my mouth. You don't understand?
But it's the
Everything.
same texture.
Chunks.
But- okay, no,
consistency.
wait. I
the
get you on this.
Taste is also a factor
Because-
so the consistency mixed with the coffee taste
Yes.
makes it not good.
An
But
ice
whereas the
cap,
lemonade I can handle.
I kind of get
I'll
that.
eat an ice cap.
No, I kind of get it.
But-
because a frozen lemonade is a slushy.
Yes.
Whereas
Whereas slushy I can handle.
an ice cap, you're like dairy slushy?
yes, exactly.
It's
I would
when you think
rather
about it,
just
it gets a little
just
weird.
drink a coffee.
I
so
agree.
it's like
I agree.
so I understand that we kind of lose consistency here, but you would think okay, so Ben probably doesn't like orange juice with pulp. Wrong. I like orange juice
Orange
with
juice with
pulp.
pulp is good.
So there we go. Now we have another inconsistency
Yeah.
thing if we're going texture wise. For some reason, orange juice isn't a problem for me.
That's different.
I
though.
recognize that that it's weird. However,
You ever have? Okay,
I'm
here's
not
a
gonna.
question.
I'm
'cause
not
this
gonna.
is- this
I
is-
want to be comfortable.
Here's something that
I'm
I
not gonna
think
eat
you
the
might
milkshake
agree
because
with.
people are like, no. Shut up.
Well, no, I would never pressure you into it.
Yeah.
I like figuring out how your brain works.
Yeah.
So
I don't
on
even
this
know how my
podcast-
brain works, and I've been in it for 25 years. 4, 3.
Are you okay?
23,
Counting down? Is your
20.
brain about to explode? 2, 1. Blood.
I said 25 years, but and then I was like 24, but wait, I haven't turned 24 yet. I'm 23.
Not yet. June 29th, Ben's birthday. Wish him
Yeah,
wish him
remember
well
it this
wishes.
year, hopefully.
Okay. I knew what day it was. I just didn't know what day it was.
You forgot it last year.
I did.
Didn't
Okay.
text me about on my birthday.
Because I didn't know what day it was.
No, you didn't know what.
Anyway.
You didn't know what day my birthday was, correct?
No, that's not true. Here's a thing that I think you might agree with me on.
Yeah.
So, I like orange juice with pulp, but
Yeah.
there's a scenario that has happened to me very rarely, maybe like twice or 3 times in my life, and when it happens, it does kind of make me gag a little bit. Where, for whatever reason, whoever's house I'm at, I think it was when I would like visit a friend's house or maybe like a family member's house.
Yeah.
Their fridge was so cold that when I'm drinking the orange juice, there's like a little piece of like frozen
Yeah,
orange juice
yeah.
that I like
that would
bite
send me
down
for a
on,
loop. Yeah,
and I go like,
yeah,
because I'm like,
like, ugh.
yeah,
Yeah.
bits of it kind of started to
Yeah.
slushy in there,
yeah.
and I'm like, that shouldn't be in there.
Nope, that would send me for a loop.
Yeah.
If I wasn't prepared for that,
That happened to me once with a glass of milk at a friend's house, and I did gag.
I
There was a
would've
bit of
thrown- I would've
frozen
straight up
milk in
thrown
there. It
up.
was so gross.
Ew. My mom used to freeze milk. Like, she used to buy milk. Like, when milk would go on
Yeah.
sale, she'd buy, like, a bunch of
Yeah.
it and freeze it.
Yeah, because it's
except-
1924 in the Great Depression.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, and, like, you think that my family struggled financially. We really didn't
No.
that much. Like, we were middle class.
Yeah.
Like, we could afford milk.
Yeah.
But my mom was just like, oh, it's on sale. I'll buy it and freeze it. And
Buy it in
but
bulk.
Milk doesn't really, like, unfreeze well.
No.
So some mornings, bro. Oh, I remember this like it was yesterday. Some mornings, my mom would bring me my morning bowl of cereal while I'm watching cartoons.
I thought you were
before
gonna be like
school.
your morning milk. She's like, drink up. There's like
My
a
morning
classic like
bowl of
red and white
cereal, bro.
straw.
And I'm like still kind of groggy watching like I don't know flipping Scooby Doo or whatever was
Yeah.
on in the morning, and I would just grab my Frosted Flakes, my fruit or something, bite it, still frozen milk, so it's like chunky milk, like frozen pieces.
And it's gross.
And I would literally like she'd be like, "It's the same thing, just eat it." And I'd be like, "It's not. I don't understand. It's all. I can't eat it." And I think that's where people not understanding my sensory issues begin.
yeah, that is
At home.
gross. With mommy,
With mom.
everything stems back to mommy.
Yeah, I just
No, I get that.
I understand you're trying to probe my brain, but like I'm not gonna explain myself to people. I want to be comfortable.
No, that's
in my
fair.
own body.
I'm not. Well, that's the thing. I think that I would never be like, "Hey, you want to get a milkshake?" And you're like, "No." I might be like, "Why?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't like the texture." I wouldn't be like,
Come on, get a
Yeah, I'd be
milkshake.
like, "Okay."
Yeah.
But on the podcast, I love
I
hearing
agree.
it.
I'm with you.
Because I think that even like you said, you don't understand. So
Yeah.
as you talk and you realize, wait, this one would be okay. Why is that? I think
Yeah.
it's funny.
I agree. I agree.
But no, everyone has sensory things.
I don't know what it is.
I wish.
Texture's such a huge
I want
thing
you
for
to be
me.
comfortable as well. I just wish that you could be comfortable enjoying all of the plethora of flavors. But I guess you can get them in just the ice cream form.
Yeah.
When it comes to like a milkshake. Okay, final question. This one is probably a fat no. Root beer float.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Gross.
Root beer floats something
don't
does
like-
kind of gross me
I
out.
don't like ice cream mixed with like root beer at all, or like even like I feel like they do Coke and ice cream too.
Yeah,
right?
they do. Or you
Also
can get
disgusting.
What's it called? Boston something? A Boston. I don't remember. There's one that's
There's
it's ginger ale and ice cream.
Yeah, gross. No, I don't want. I just like. I enjoy ice cream on its own, and I
Yeah.
enjoy root beer on its own. But you put them together, I don't want them. And like again, people are gonna go, why? And I'm like, just flipping. You have your root beer float, and leave me the hell alone.
Are you one of those guys who like is really aggressive about your ice cream flavor preferences, or like are
In
you
what way?
you can kind of enjoy anything?
I can. Well, there's certain things I don't want.
Yeah,
But like I can generally enjoy most ice creams. Like if it has any combination of like if it has anything like fruity,
Yeah.
then you kind of go you lost me.
Like
I'm not a big lemon
okay,
ice cream
so
guy.
just flavor wise.
Yeah, but like You know, like a
you're not
matcha tea ice cream. I'll eat that all day.
You're
like
not hitting a
coffee
sorbet.
flavored ice cream. No, I'm not hitting a sorbet.
Okay.
It's the texture again that is weird.
It's different.
Yeah, I'll any like coffee flavored, like any sort of nut, like a hazelnut type deal. I'll eat.
Yeah.
You know, like a pralines or whatever. and
Yeah, yeah,
cream,
praline
like that.
and
I'll
cream.
eat that. Strawberry ice cream again. You'll kind of lose me. But like anything with of any variety of chocolate, vanilla,
Yeah.
and like another thing.
Like a peanut butter.
Yeah, I'll eat that, no problem. Cookies and cream, no
So
problem.
yeah, okay, you're more of like you're not hitting anything fruity. You might. What about like a bubble gum?
No, I'm not a big fan of those. Like I would eat them, but again, like why? Like if I'm going to an ice cream shop, that's never. Like, if I walk into a Baskin Robbins, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a double scoop waffle cone.
Yeah.
cone.
You gotta catch it before I can jump in there. Clone. Okay, moving on.
If I'm walking in, it's like cotton candy ice cream is like number 23 on my list of things
of
I'm
30
gonna get. So it's like
31
there's
flavors.
really never a scenario like I'll eat it, but there's never a scenario where I'm reaching for it.
What'd you get as a kid?
I got like cookies and cream.
Oh, okay.
Or like just a straight vanilla.
I had a huge cookies and cream phase
like
as a
a
kid.
French vanilla ice cream cone.
As a young kid, I always was getting bubble gum.
Yeah,
and I hit a
gross.
point where I was like, I don't know if I even like this. You know what I mean? Like I'm just getting
It's
it because
just the
that's the
colors?
kid one.
Yeah.
And it's bright.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of like bubble gum being in there.
Yeah.
But in practice, the bubble gum is like weirdly freeze dried and it doesn't
Yeah.
turn into gum. It turns into powder.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I did it enough that I was just like, yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I
I wasn't a fan of it.
had a sorbet phase. I was really digging like a lemon lime sorbet, but now I can really go with anything depending on my
Yeah.
mood. I just got a you won't like it, but I got a Cherry Garcia.
Yeah, that loses me. I think it's fruit. The only one, maybe a lemon or a lime, because
Right.
citrus I can handle.
Yeah.
Sorbet, not really though.
Yeah.
Once you get into sorbet, you've lost me. But yeah, like strawberry, cherry, like all those things, keep it away from me when it comes to ice cream.
I like what's weird is I don't like a real strawberry.
Yeah.
But like the fake artificial strawberry, like a strawberry milkshake at McDonald's, once like every 5 years I'll be in the mood and I'll get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
But when it's like chunks
Yeah.
in my ice cream, I don't dig that.
Yeah.
I don't like strawberry jam. I don't like strawberries.
Yeah.
Is what it is. I don't really like strawberries.
Strawberries, I'm only ever eating strawberry as
Like a fresh
strawberry.
strawberry. Oh, and that's delicious.
Outside of that, the flavor makes me ill.
And they get mushy.
Yeah.
Like
So fast.
yes.
They like the yeah.
You know
Like,
what
that's
the-
why people and again, it's another.
Here's a
situ-
texture thing that I'm with you.
Sure.
On when you get those cakes from the grocery store
Yeah.
and there's like blueberries, kiwis, and strawberries, but everything has
I would
this
never eat
weird
that.
gelatinous. I would never order it,
Yeah.
but it's like it's always the thing that is at like not a party, but like
Yeah.
a going away thing.
Yeah.
Like your teacher is retiring and there's
Yeah.
a cake. The strawberries have like a jelly coating.
it's disgusting.
And I gag.
Yeah. Speaking of cake, if cake ever has like a custard or any sort of filling, if anything has a filling really that I'm not prepared for, like I won't eat like a Boston cream or anything with a filling really. A jelly donut, keep it away from me forever.
I love a jelly donut.
If I bite a piece of cake and there's custard in it, I will immediately throw that cake in the garbage and I'll probably throw up. I can't stand it.
What about? But not like
Custard ruins a cake for me.
Not about like not another layer of icing. Like if
Sometimes that'll send me for a loop.
really
Yeah.
if
I'm
it's
not
the
ready
same
for
icing
it.
is on top.
But if they cut me a piece of cake, I can see it.
Yeah.
But like if I'm like,
But if
you
it's chocolate on chocolate and,
Yeah.
and the texture suddenly changes, that might get you.
I'm a bland guy though. Like, whoa. And
Careful.
like again, like I have a list of foods and things that I really really enjoy,
Right.
and I will branch out
Right.
sometimes, but for the most part, there are certain things that are like on a no list for me, and I'll never change on that.
Which is
And it's
fair.
like I have food that I really enjoy, and I cook that food, and I
Right.
really enjoy it. And like sometimes people have just the biggest issue with that, and I don't understand. They're like, "Why don't you eat pickles?" And I'm like, "Because I don't like pickles. You go and eat pickles, and leave me the hell alone. It's more pickles for you." You know?
I think it's the idea like it's people want to share what they like with you.
Yeah, it's the same energy that like, because I used to be really extroverted and now I'm much more introverted. It's the same energy as like an extrovert who's like, why are you being
Yeah,
so
yeah,
quiet? And I'm like, just let me flip in, sit here quietly.
I'm having fun.
Yeah,
Not
like,
eating pickles.
Stop projecting on me and just go Do your thing.
I do think
I'm over here totally content with my life, not eating pickles. So don't make me eat them.
I think
Don't-
I think that
You don't like pickles?
you are happy in the life you live.
Yes. And now you could say, could I be happier?
No, because I don't think you could if you don't like it.
Yeah. Like and again, I've tried it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sitting here going, no, pickles gross. Yuck, they're green.
I think
I've eaten them. They're not good in my
think
opinion.
you would acknowledge though, like if you didn't have any of this, right?
Right.
Any of these sensory issues or like you could eat anything.
Right.
Your life would be happier, or maybe not happier, but easier.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to ever worry.
Yeah.
Whereas not happier because right now you're
Yeah.
just as content
Yeah.
with what you have.
Like there's sometimes when I go to like a restaurant
yeah.
and there's like a dish at a restaurant where I'm like, ooh, this is really tasty except for this one thing.
Right.
And then me becoming more introverted over the years, it's become harder and harder for me to ask for a substitution.
That's not introverted. That's social anxiety.
Sure. But I don't know. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I'll do it sometimes, but like if it's like, you know, a burger and I'm not asking for no pickles, that's no big deal. But when it's like a dish where like this particular piece of the dish is like an integral part of the dish,
Right.
I don't want to be like, oh, can you leave this like particular sauce out or something?
Maddie does that. She'll be like, "You think
Maybe
I
it's
could-
social
You
anxiety,
think I
I
could
don't
get
know.
this without meat?" And I'm like, "If it's not part of the the sauce, like
Yeah.
a pasta, like you can't get a carbonara without meat. It's like
Yeah,
you make
exactly.
bacon for the carbonara.
Yeah.
But like I'm like, if it's just chicken in it,
Yeah. Just say no chicken.
just can
Yeah.
you could probably get no chicken.
Yeah, I think I've become more like
So have I.
again. It's so like there's no logic to it because sometimes, like in a restaurant setting,
Yeah.
don't ask me to ask the server about something. But in like other settings, like I don't know, like I'm trying to think.
Think, Ben.
I
Think.
can't think of another situation when I would have to go talk to somebody. But like there are other situations where like, you know, Anissa's like, oh, I really want this, but like I don't want to, you know, ask. I'll go up and talk to a guy, no problem.
Yeah.
But like for some reason at a restaurant, it just that's where you lose me.
I'm similar. I think it stems from this is their domain.
Yeah.
And we don't want to make their lives harder.
Yeah.
Whereas
exactly, yeah.
there's certain things where Maddie, again, for some reason I can't think either, but Maddie's like, oh, I don't know if and I'm like, I'll just go.
Yeah, I'll go do it for you.
It doesn't bother
and, like
anyone.
it feels so easy in that scenario,
Yeah.
but with restaurants, I don't know why.
Yeah, I
I
get
can't
it.
do it. I had, speaking of restaurants, you mentioned carbonara. I had a carbonara at an Italian restaurant this week.
Probably bomb.
It was flipping amazing, bro.
Dude.
It was so good.
It's one of those things. I mean, obviously I haven't had
Yeah.
in years, but
I hadn't had it in a long time.
the
either.
Italians have figured it out.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
and
simple.
like it's something about the delicacy that it takes to cook it, because like you have to cook
yeah.
without cooking the egg.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It's the same with the risotto.
it's amazing.
The risotto has
It's
the
so
same
good.
level of delicacy to it, where
Yeah.
I'm like, you've just knocked this out of the
Yeah.
park. A hollandaise sauce,
Yeah.
same thing. Where I'm like, you didn't frick it up,
Yeah.
and you did it. And
I
when
went-
you do it right, it makes me
Yeah.
happy.
I went to a Jays game on Saturday. My whole family.
Is your whole family there?
Yeah.
I thought it was just you and Anissa.
No, me and Nisa, my mom. It was like a Mother's Day thing.
Mm.
And then we took my mom to like this Italian restaurant
Yeah.
and paid for her food and everything. And I got the carbonara there. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. And it was just like it came, and I was like, I hadn't had a carbonara in forever, and I was like, oh, I hope this is good. And it like, I would have ordered 9 more.
Italian food slaps, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was
So
a pretty
good.
reasonably priced Italian place too. Like the entree was like $24. It's like that's what you expect. There was one thing though. It was like a 32 or 36 ounce like prime rib steak,
Yeah,
$135.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Jeez.
That'll get you.
I didn't realize like at the time, because I don't really go to steak places very often. Again, like I said, I'll take chicken over steak, which we never got to talk about on the Drew podcast. I know
He was getting heated.
because he thought I was crazy. But like, I don't know, man.
You're
I'm a chicken,
correct,
I'm a chicken over a
by
steak
the
guy.
way.
Thank you.
Well, it depends on my mood, but I think
Yeah.
more times than not. Let me think.
I'm taking chicken over beef in general, usually.
Yeah.
Like it again depends on my mood, but like if you come up to me and present me from like McDonald's with like a junior chicken and like a McDouble, I'm probably gonna take the junior chicken because that chicken, I prefer the chicken.
I think in that scenario, I might take the McDouble.
It's junior chicken for me every
But-
time.
But a good chicken sandwich from a fast food spot is going to be better
Yeah.
than the best burger.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep. Yep.
again, it depends on my mood, but for the longest time, my go-to at Wendy's was like a spicy chicken.
Yeah.
Because it was incredible every time, and it was easier for them to mess
Yeah.
up the other burgers.
Yeah.
Whereas the spicy chicken never did me
Yeah.
wrong, ever.
I love it, and I love like a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
You also
I'll take-
feel better after eating it.
Yes, I agree.
better for you.
Something about it is it's better than eating like
It's
a bunch
lighter.
of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get the meat sweats.
Yeah. And so, and again, like I've said this before, to me, someone who can cook a chicken really well
Yeah.
is more impressive to me than someone who can cook a really good steak, because I feel like it's easier. Like there's more margin for error with a steak, in my opinion. You could argue me on that. I believe there's more margin for error on a steak than there is on a chicken, because if you overcook a chicken, obviously you can undercook a chicken, which is a big deal. You can't really undercook a steak that bad. Like if someone asks for a medium rare steak, all you got to do is make sure that outside is like decently
Right.
cooked. You can overcook it, but it's pretty hard to undercook a steak.
I get where you're coming from.
You can undercook a chicken. You can also overcook a chicken
The problem-
really easily
the
and make it
problem
dry.
with the steak is because everyone has their specific way
Yeah,
of
that's
eating
fair.
it. But I do agree with you in that, like, I don't eat meat. As we all know, stop beating a dead horse. I never would. I'm a vegetarian. Sorry.
Meat is murder.
I could, having not cooked or eaten meat in 6 or something years, I think I could make a steak
Yeah.
that you would enjoy
Yeah.
so much easier
Yeah.
than I could cook you chicken.
Yes.
Um,
Chicken's hard.
It is. To
Yeah.
get like a perfectly nice, good outer, like
Like
crispy, nice to cut
yeah.
into, but also
to cut into a
juicy.
chicken when it juices out like
Yeah.
that.
That's tough.
Like that's really hard
It's really
to do.
easy to
You know who's
overcook.
good at it? Max.
of course he is.
Max
He's a
makes
great chef.
Great chicken.
That
and
guy should be a chef.
He should. But it's like, yeah. So I don't know. Like I'm not saying steak's bad. Steak's delicious. Like I like a good steak. But generally, I'm going for a chicken.
Chicken also has more range.
Yeah.
You can get it. It's the potato of the meat world.
Yeah.
You get a chicken wing. You get
Yeah.
chicken strips.
Yeah.
You get flipping chicken cordon bleu. Like
Yeah.
it's got
got
the
it's
high end.
versatile. Yeah.
It's got the fast food
Yeah.
option. You're not
Yeah.
getting the only fast food like steak is like a
Steak and eggs.
or like
Yeah,
a
really thinly sliced steak.
steak and cheese.
Yeah, but
kinda
it's always
thing.
like that. Those thin steak
Yeah.
slices. It's never like good steak.
Yeah, whereas
Good
chicken
cuts.
is like you can get some bomb chicken.
I like. Yeah, I'm again like if I'm going to a steak restaurant, like
yeah.
if I go to the Keg, I'm ordering steak.
Well, yeah.
But like I went to the Keg for steak. I'm not gonna go to the Keg and order chicken.
Yeah.
Anissa orders chicken though at the steak. At the
Does
Keg.
she?
Yeah,
What'd she get?
she gets like the chicken and there's something else on it. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like a chicken with something else. Another like type of meat I think is on
Yeah,
there.
fair enough.
And it's a good. Like
Yeah.
it's yummy, but
For you, you're like, why am I?
I
why
went
are we
there
here?
for a steak.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a steak there. But at every other restaurant, if there's steak on the menu and chicken on the menu, it's chicken wins every time.
It's easier. It's
Yeah.
so much better.
It's also usually cheaper.
Well, and you feel better.
Yeah.
It's lighter on
Yep.
your body.
Yep. I just say yeah. I think chicken can be, yeah, and like you said, it's more versatile. It can be paired with so many, like different types of marinades and
Different
like
flavors
and other
and
like spices and
seasonings.
seasonings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like steak, not that you can't branch out a little bit. I just feel like there's less room
I agree.
to branch out.
I agree.
That's just like I think I'm being reasonable
Yeah.
here. Like I know people might be like sitting at home going, I need my steak. You're crazy. But
Even-
I'm like, you
even
man,
like-
go and enjoy your steak. I
I
just
mean,
will
we're
pick
saying
chicken.
steak to chicken, but even beef to chicken.
Yeah.
Like what other beef options are there? It's like steaks and like
A burger.
a chuck cut,
Yeah.
burger, ground beef, flipping. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
like
think
a
chicken
meatball.
wins.
I don't know.
I'll tell you this as a
It doesn't
vegetarian,
get there
I
for me.
never crave beef ever.
Right, but you do crave a chicken
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like a chicken wing or like
Yeah.
a chicken burger. Sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
partially because right now with where we're at with like the fake version,
Yeah.
it's easier to recreate a beef.
Yeah.
Chicken we
not quite
haven't
there
gotten
yet.
quite there.
Yeah.
But it's the juicy and the flakiness of it.
Yeah.
But and I miss fish. It's
Vegan
all the light
meats are
stuff.
satanic too. So
What?
vegan meats are satanic.
Oh, I knew that.
They're
Yeah.
changing human DNA so that you're not classified as a human and you can't be saved.
I just pray every time. before.
Hell yeah.
I don't
Let's
know
end
if it
on that.
works, but I try really hard.
Yeah. Well,
I
seems
like
to be
I'll
working. You
order
still
like
look human.
I'll order a Beyond Meat burger and then just start sobbing in prayer,
Yeah.
going, God, please still recognize me as your own, even though I'm having this genetically modified pea protein.
Thanks for listening to the Barely Cool podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Barely Cool podcast.
Go have yourself a chicken or a steak or any food that you enjoy. I'm not here to tell you what you can enjoy
Yeah.
and can't enjoy.
What if they enjoy
Go like
eating,
your life.
Little kid meat.
Okay, well that's the problem. Now we've crossed into an ethical boundary here, but
You want to talk about ethical boundaries? Let me tell you why meat is murder.
I've been barely cool for a while, cool with the wink or a smile, but I'm cooler than you are with or without buzz. I've started, this is really hard for me. Well, I'll stop myself if nobody else does.
okay. Thanks for listening
for
to the Barely
listening.
Cool podcast, and bye.
See you later. Man, man.
I have to flip in piss.
You gotta go piss?
so.
I could kind of tell. I could tell.
You don't know. Like I shifted there at the
I
end.
saw it, and
I
something
like,
moved in
felt
you?
it come
All
out.
right,
Like
go-
it's like right on the edge.
go
like
pee-pee.
it's in the head. Like the pee is in the head of my penis right now. This is gonna be the end probably bit that
Yeah.
you pick. Okay, bye.
See you later.
Oh.